This is a story about Myrna. I love Christmas miracles. If you have any ideas of Christmas miracles, please pass them on to me. You see, I relocated to Puerto Rico after losing everything in a hurricane. And being always a career woman and relocating to Puerto Rico, I was kind of lost. I was like, I've got to make money, I've got to make money, I've got to make money. I just had a baby. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't speak the language. So I asked myself, what do we need in Puerto Rico? And at that time, I thought, mace. Society's getting more difficult, more challenging. Everybody should walk with mace. So I decided to create this mace business. So I decided to hire a team of salespeople. This one lady came. Her name was Myrna. She had 5 babies under the age of 5 and no money. We developed a family-type relationship. She took all of her kids and went and sold in the streets and came back. She eventually started to clean, cook, babysit, and sell the mace for me. Unfortunately, she always had more needs than the income that we could put together. I always gave her whatever I could, but it just never seemed to be enough. Actually, her son had a medical condition and always needed more supplies. Since she couldn't help her son much here in Puerto Rico, she decided to relocate to Florida. She and her boyfriend both worked in Walmart while they tried to seek help for her son. In the past, I had bought her a washing machine, food, diapers, without ever expecting anything in return. My husband began to think she was just a taker because in recent years she only called when she needed something. About 2 months ago she called and told me that she needed a surgery and she was only short by $150. I told her I really didn't have it. A couple of weeks later she called again saying they need $350 for medicines prior to surgery. Now, I used to have a lot of money, and due to the financial crisis I really didn't have anything left. So I told her my dad was in Florida and she asked me where. She sells flan, so I told her to go to the nursing home and sell the flan. I told her that I wished I could help, but I really couldn't. I had nothing left to give. But she took my father's address and told me that she would go by and visit him. Actually, I avoided her phone call for years because the pain of not being able to help her was so deep. Now, in December of 2010, on Christmas Day, she called me, and I didn't answer the phone. I knew she needed something, and I just really didn't feel like answering the phone because I just felt too bad. I was almost even annoyed because I thought, I know she doesn't believe me. She doesn't believe that I don't have anything to give. She called the 3rd time. So I decided to listen to the voicemail. She said, I'm here at your father's nursing home, and I don't know his name, and they don't know who I'm talking about. Immediately, I called back to the nursing home, and the reception answered, and she said, oh my God, he's sitting right next to her at the door. All of a sudden, I remembered my dad. I knew he was sitting by the door expecting me. She had met him once years ago, but she couldn't remember his name. He didn't remember her. He had a great time. She showered him with gifts and presents. They put him on the phone, and he said, I cry as I write this. Your extended arm never ceases to amaze me. A couple of days later, he said, did you give me this shirt? I asked what shirt. He said that Myrna had brought him some food, cake, and this shirt. I just really believed that God worked through Myrna that day. So I had given for years and years and years without ever expecting anything in return. And when I had no money whatsoever to go visit my father in his nursing home, I envisioned him sitting in front of the glass, staring out the window, waiting for my arrival. You see, but God had another plan. That 20 years prior, when I had started this small business, he had planted a seed in Myrna, and Myrna had come through when we needed her the most. And my father will never forget, as he stared out the window waiting for me, that God sent someone in my place.